Maryland is home to a wide range of breathtaking national parks, from the Appalachian Mountains to the Assateague Island. So here are Maryland's top 10 national parks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, playing, and many other things here in Maryland or DC, then make sure you hit that subscribe button right below. Click the little bell so you're notified every single time we do a video. And if you're thinking about moving, relocating, or coming here to stay, make sure to give me a call, shoot me an email, or send me a text. Starting off with number 10, Greenbelt Park. Greenbelt Park is located in suburban Greenbelt, Maryland. It's about 12 miles away from Washington, DC. It's one of the campgrounds that's the closest to DC. So go ahead and visit to enjoy affordable camping, peaceful surroundings, and National Park Service hospitality. In addition to its 174 campsites, Greenbelt Park has 9 miles of path, playgrounds, 3 picnic spots, and recreational areas. In the instance that you're searching for a quick day trip simply to get away from the city, Greenbelt Park is the finest option available to you. Number 9, HARRIET TUBMAN Underground Railroad National Historic Park. That was a mouthful. In Maryland's eastern shore on the Chesapeake Bay east side, this park is situated on the eastern shore. So there is a lot of history in this place. It honors the life of HARRIET TUBMAN, former enslaved woman who rose to fame as an activist in the Underground Railroad prior to the American Civil War. So if you're looking for a nice day trip or a little adventure, this is a great location to check out. I definitely recommend to go and take a look. Number 8, HARPERS Ferry. Interestingly, this park is divided between the states of Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. And I ventured to this quaint ancient town located at the crossing of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers. Seems like going back in time. So stroll around in the beautiful area, stop by the exhibitions and museums, or walk its trails and battlefields to get a sense of the place. There's a lot of river activities available, such as fly fishing, kayaking, whitewater rafting, and so on. And traveling up to HARPERS Ferry and sitting on these inner tubes and just floating down the Potomac till you reach the town of HARPERS Ferry. So you may go there for a day or for the weekend, but overall they have something to offer everyone. Number 7, Hampton House. It is a completely restored mansion situated just north of Baltimore. By the 1700s, the Hampton House was probably the biggest private residence in America. It stands as a magnificent example of late Georgian architecture in America. Hampton is also the narrative of its people, as the estate developed through the activities of Ridgely family, enslaved African Americans, European indentured servants, and hired workers within a country trying to establish its own idea of liberty. As stated on the website, it is primarily about the lives of the people that lived in the house. Each year around Christmas, they completely adorn the home with a time frame decoration. Additionally, the home is filled with antiquities from 200 plus years ago. So make sure you plan a day trip up to the Hampton House at least once. I suggest seeing it around Christmas time. It's really amazing. Number 6, the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail is a 2,180 plus mile long public pathway that traverses the scenic, wooded, pastoral, wild, and culturally resonant lands of the Appalachian Mountains. It extends all the way from Maine to Georgia, following the Appalachian Mountains. Conceived in 1921 and finished in 1937 by private individuals, the trail is now maintained by the National Park Service, the U.S. Forest Service, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, several state agencies, and thousands of volunteers. If you're an avid hiker, this is a fun challenge to try. Number 5, Fort Washington Park. Visitors can take a ranger-led tour, hiking and biking trail to explore this historic fort's feature and its role as the only defense for the nation's capital until the Civil War. It was originally built during the Civil War time frame to protect Washington, D.C. from any boats coming up on the Potomac. It almost looks like a castle, but then it retrofitted with modern guns during World War I, and then again retrofitted with even bigger guns and cannons during World War II. They also have Civil War style cannon reenactments and other events in the fort itself, but in the surrounding area there are many bike and hiking paths that run through the woods, and the park also has excellent fishing. It's very fascinating to be able to wander freely through these ruins. If you just want to absorb some history, I strongly advise you see it for yourself. Number 4, ANTIETAM National Battlefield. Located in Western Maryland, 10 miles south south of Hagerstown in Washington County. The best place to start your visit at the park is at the visitor center. They have brochures, museum exhibits, a film, a museum store, and park rangers and volunteers on duty to help you get oriented. The battlefield is approximately 3,000 acres that you can explore in your car or by walking. This site is open all year daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So go out there and check it out. Number 3, Assateague Island National Seashore. It's located on the eastern shore and it's just south of Ocean City, and it's right along the Atlantic Ocean. One of America's last fully functioning barrier island ecosystems, and it's definitely the most beautiful national park that we have here in Maryland. What makes Assateague Island so special is the presence of wild horses on the island's beaches. There are also many more activities kids may partake in, such as boating, kayaking, fishing, walking paths, bike trails, and horseback riding. If you haven't visited Assateague Island yet, I strongly encourage you to schedule an entire weekend and spend a whole day or two there. It is without a doubt the most gorgeous and unique national park in Maryland. Number 2, CHESAPEAKE and Ohio Canal National Historical Park. It tells the story of 19th and 20th century America. It protects what was once an active transportation link between the coal fields of the Allegheny Mountains and the urban markets at the upper reaches of Chesapeake Bay. The national park was established in 1971, and today the park receives more than 5 million visitors each year, surpassing Yellowstone, Yosemite, and the Grand Canyon. It covers more than 20,000 acres and it's home to many historical, ecological, and recreational gems. The towpath, 184.5-mile length, popular with hikers and cyclists, and there's something for everyone in the park. Over 113 endangered and threatened plants and animal species, over 1,000 historic buildings, and a rich history of indigenous civilizations, transportation development, and Civil War combat are all found here. The C&O Canal National Historic Park has 5% of all historic buildings in the whole national park system. Number 1, Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine. A unit of the National Park Service, site of the Battle of Baltimore during the War of 1812, where Francis Scott Key was inspired to pen the Star-Spangled Banner in September of 1814. The fort actually has developed into a popular leisure spot for Baltimore residents as well as popular tourist attraction. Each year, thousands of tourists flock to the birthplace of the Star-Spangled Banner. It is readily accessible by water taxi from Baltimore's famous Inner Harbor. The city of Baltimore observes Defenders Day each September in remembrance of the Battle of Baltimore. It is the fort's largest celebration of the year, with a weekend of programs, activities, and fireworks. So now that I've covered the top 10 national parks in Maryland, I would love for you to kindly comment below right there with how many of these 10 parks you've visited personally, you know, which ones you've visited, and your favorite park that I've mentioned. And also, if there's any other national parks in Maryland that you would consider part of the top 10, feel free to share it in the comments below. I hope you find all this information helpful. Thank you for watching, and if there's anything you guys think I forgot to include that somebody should know before moving to Maryland, please leave it down in the comment section below, right below there. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. If you found this video useful, check out this video right here to my left, right there. And that's it for now. See you at the next video.